You don't have to do video unless you want to. You can do video if you want, but it's sometimes slows down the connection. Let's see. Can you hear us?
I'm back.
I'm back.
Can someone send the notes as well to Tenzin? Make sure we have our rhythm.
Time to take a break.
So, okay. Cool. So let's get agreement on going to the next topic. The idea here would be to make topic 2 Tenzin and do the interview and stuff. Okay.
Okay. Tanzan check the note on Jixit.
Can you hear us, Tenzin? We can't hear you.
Yes, I can.
Okay, good. Excellent. So, would you prefer us to do video or can we just do no video or what?
No.
What was that?
She was the one trying to say hello.
So do we have agreement on the topic 2?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so we're going to need a link to the interview questions. Although we do need to do our new interview questions. We didn't update them.
Let me create the topic. Already okay. Then go down. Then
I created the topic already. If we have so we need to get the link to the interview questions. Link to I'll do that.
I'm sorry.
Interview questions. So we have a new updated interview questions, but it's not finished yet.
Okay.
And then we can
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
So did you get the link to the questionnaire? Or I guess I'm trying to do that, trying to find a new one. So
No,
let's
I'm
get
trying
started with
to
Tanzan.
search.
Do
Trying to get it.
you have any questions, Tanzan?
Is this in the message box?
What? Again?
Sorry, please repeat. What? I can't. I just missed your question.
I was asking you if you had any questions.
No. No
questions. Okay.
I can't
We can
find
also
it.
copy and paste the proposal. Like there's the proposal.
No.
Can you do that, Sandra, or no?
Sorry.
I was trying to get Sandra to do something. Sandra, can you copy and paste the proposal or no? And also we need the pop.
Yes, I want to link the pop to the note.
Yes, please do that.
I
So we
want
need
to
to link
link
the
her.
pop. We need to copy and paste Tasman's proposal. This will be the temporary hire proposal.
Okay.
And then we need to, we're gonna have to review and update, questions. So I think we want to find the policy, find the decision on updating our interview evaluation question.
I can't find this thing.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I'll have it over here.
I've tested pop. Yes.
Pardon, Sandra.
I said I just link her pop.
I'm still searching for questionnaire.
Did you review Tanson's pop?
Yes, yes.
And how does it look? How does it look, Sandy?
It's okay to me. And I've linked it on the notes, line 6.
Okay, so I got the new intake form, or not intake form, the new evaluations form. Although it's still not done yet, but we'll go through it and try to improve it.
Okay. I'm still searching for the old
So
one.
the proposal is $5 an hour. Dhaka, Bangladesh, 487. So you're lecturing for 25 hours a week for $500 a month, and administrative assistant, operations coordination. So let's just get started with the questionnaire. And again, it's not updated, so we might try to update it. And let's see if we can find the decisions. So we go in here, found, or in decisions channel. We are looking for evaluation interview. Yeah. Try interview maybe. Ranking. Computer's going so slow.
Time to stretch. Please stop. Stand up and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
Yeah, this is it here. I don't know, my computer's frozen. Hang on, switch. Okay, so let's get started with the interview questions. And the first question is about the communications.
Live streaming is on.
So, do you speak English fluently?
She's on mute.
Yes.
Okay.
First question, Tansy.
Uh, is this question is for me?
Yeah, so we're getting started with the interview. Sorry, we were kind of disorganized there, but we need someone being more organized with the with all the new recruits. So we just weren't really. Well, we were also involved in the middle of other work, so we kind of had to shift gears quickly. But yes, so yeah. Do you understand the question? I can ask again. It's if you are fluent with English. So we have two. There's going to be two questions on this. We're kind of updating our questions. So at the same time, so updates to the question to the interview evaluations for budget interview questions. So we have basically there's going to be three questions related to communications. You've got basically, can you speak English, and then can you or not speak, but no, speak, and then you have are you fluent in English and can communicate efficiently and quickly? So those are and then the other question is, do you engage in professional language and interactions? So those are our three communications questions. I guess we have a few other ones as well. Those are just in terms of our three related to communicating in English professionally. So the first question is, can you speak and write and type in English? Like, are you proficient in English?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Okay. And then the other question is, are you fluent in English? Can you communicate efficiently and quickly in English?
Yes, not that much fluent, but I can communicate effectively.
Efficiently, right? Is the term. Cool. So you speak English. Can you speak English fluently with efficiency and quickness? All right. All right. So just basic proficiency. All right. So does anyone want to ask the next question? Sandra, Lucy?
Okay. Using the okay.
Can I go ahead?
Can you ask the question?
Okay.
Hello?
I think the question. Okay. The next question.
The next question should be has excellent internet or connection.
I know we still skip one. So the next one is, do you engage in professional level language and interactions?
Yes.
Professional communications.
Okay.
So this has to do with, professional conduct, interaction, all that. Okay, I guess that's it.
Yes.
So,
Okay.
do you want to go on to the next one, Sandra?
Yes. Okay. The next question is has excellent internet or phone connection with stable electricity and audio. Sandra, do you understand the question?
Sorry.
Hi, Sandra. Do you get the question?
Hello. No. Can you please repeat?
Can you, the question says, do you have excellent internet or phone connection with a stable electricity and audio?
Yes. Yes, sure. I have a good internet connection as well, and I have Ethernet connection also. Well, both Wi-Fi and Ethernet, and electricity is also good. Sometimes it gets down, but most of the time it's okay, fine.
Okay. You're using computer or phone?
Yeah, I'm using laptop now.
Oh,
All right, so the next question is about showing up on time and being present for scheduled sessions and or just
okay.
canceling in advance. So if you're not able to make a session, just simply cancel and let us know. So I mean, that's the question: do you show up on time or do you cancel in advance? Hello?
Yes,
Sandra, are you there?
yeah,
So the
yes,
question, if you show up on time for
yeah,
sessions.
sure. I will show up on time, and if there is an issue, I can't join, or I will notify in advance.
Cool. And then of course we do have um, um, our work hours that we do work during America's hours. You know, at this time, does this time and later work for you as far as working at night? If you're in Bangladesh, it's basically like the middle of the night for you. You know?
Yes, it's 4:20 a.m. now. Um, yeah, I'm quite actually okay, but I sleep at night. I sleep early at night and wake up this time. So I can start working from 3 a.m. to 4 a.m. from my time.
Okay.
Is the schedule will be flexible, or I need to be maintain um, a tight schedule, like I have to show up on a certain time every day.
Yeah, I mean, you'll control your own schedule, so you can schedule at the times that you want to. But the times that we need work the most is let me make sure I get it right. So you have wonderful. My phone is gone. Oh, here it is. Okay, so currently it is so it would be basically an hour and 20 minutes ago starts what we call Andromeda. So that's one session. Then the next session is 3 hours later. So that would be
Mm-hmm.
it would be 1 hour and 40 minutes from now, right? So in an additional hour and 40 minutes is when we start Cobalt. So those are the start times that we need people to be at. So an hour and 40 minutes from now is really, really helpful because Cobalt can be difficult. Andromeda, Lucy, and Sandra pretty good, you know. So if there's times where you're not able to make Andromeda, that should be fine. And again, that's an hour and 20 minutes ago is when we started. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. All right. So let's go on to the next question. Sandra or Lucy, do you want to do the next one?
Yes.
Yes.
Do you follow through with the work until it's completed for final output or deliverables?
Yes, it's very important to follow through the work until it's completed.
Okay.
Okay.
Do you get work completed within a minimal oversight and training?
Yeah.
Okay.
Please, can you explain more?
Okay. The more work you can get done with the less time in oversight, support, and training, the better of the team. Some people may never feel comfortable doing work without oversight, which is okay, but we want to support those who strive to be leaders and step up. Everything here is like you need to step up. If you want to do something, you just step up and schedule. We are working on schedule. Yes. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So the next question is,
The next question: do you work substantial hours and work equal or above the hours of your budget?
um,
That means do you work like can you work above your hours that you let's say you said I'm going to work for 25 hours per week. Can you able to work more than that?
No.
Okay. If a worker only work for 1 to 2 hours per week or only show up for a single global session but does not schedule work session, then the contribution only goes so far. If you are budgeted for 20 hours per week, only work for 5
Mhm.
hours, then you are only meeting 25% of your budgeted hours commitment. It is essential to be working equally or more than your budgeted hours to support the team.
Okay.
Yeah. Next question, Sandra or Jay.
okay.
Mhm.
The next question says, do you follow policies and get minimal strikes? Tazan, do you understand what that means?
Sorry, can you repeat, please?
Said, do you follow policies and get minimal strike? So, the explanation is the more strike you get for being late and not following policy. For here, for every policy you default, you have to track it. Do you get? Did you understand, please?
Yes, I follow policies, but I didn't get the question minimal strikes.
We're not really using strikes anymore. We just do policy tracking. So it's just we just do policy tracking for when we don't follow policies.
That means like when following policies, we have our policies that guide us to join the session. When you are late, you track the policies.
Policy.
Yeah, according to the minutes that you are late. If you said I'm going to work today and you do not show up, you have to track 2 hours policy for not showing up. And you schedule. If you schedule, not saying you schedule. Sorry.
Okay, okay, I got
Okay,
it.
okay.
So the question is basically just: do you prefer to follow policies, or do you move forward to just move forward quickly without learning policies? Right.
No, I need to learn policy if I join any new company or organization. I need to follow their policies, of course.
Okay.
Cool. All right. So that's good. Shall we continue?
Oh yeah.
At
Okay.
first, I may get failed, but uh, because uh, because of uh, inexperience. But after some time, I think I will uh, do it quite right.
Cool. So let's continue.
Okay.
Mhm.
The next question is skills and potential.
No, are you
Sandra, do you
really?
understand what I mean?
Okay.
Sorry.
Did you understand what it means? Skills and potential, is it like contributing? It says contribution obviously favors workers who have already been involved and active within the team. Anyone can volunteer and get involved without upfront pay. So the question is actually, can you volunteer to work without being strict to payment? I think.
Yeah, I work pretty quickly. I'm not sure about the typing, and yes, I can juggle with multiple responsibilities.
I think you're reading and not answering the question. So the question was about the global team scheduling. What was the question again, Sandra?
I think the Sandra was reading the skills and potential.
No, well, I,
Explain.
I explained about upfront pay, working working without getting upfront pay to build their contributions. That's what I'm asking.
Which question are you on again?
Yes, I can't understand.
Sandra, we can't understand you. You just need to read the question.
Okay. Let's move. We are on. Do you able to schedule and help with the global team scheduling?
Yes, sure.
Okay. This is most important responsibility for any worker in global scheduling, making sure not only the as worker as scheduled, but that entire team is scheduled properly. Even new potential recruits need to be immediately start scheduling for interviews and attending the session. That is all about the schedule and help with the global team scheduling.
Okay, got it.
Okay, the next question is
So did you say you had experience with global scheduling with many different time zones and everything?
Sorry.
Did you say you did have experience or no experience on the global scheduling with many different time zones?
Yes, yes, I have. I worked as a assistant to HR, so I used to schedule interviews from the company was remote and the candidates were from different countries. So I had to schedule interviews different times. Yeah.
Cool. All right, continue.
do you okay?
Okay. The next question is, are you a great real-time virtual assistant?
Right. Yes, I guess.
Is that?
Okay.
Did you get the question, please?
Yeah, she said
Yes,
yeah. She guessed.
Okay. Okay.
so far I have done good, I think. So, and if I get to training and get some more experience, I will do much better.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, the next question is: do you take on master real time session position? There are, for example, we do have main session whereby we have people who do take notes. Can you able to take the notes during the main session?
Yeah. So this includes like
Sorry,
note taking, facilitation, timekeeping, running sessions.
sorry, I didn't get it.
Okay. Uh, the question is
During our sessions, we coordinate sessions, so there could be 5 for people in the session. So it could be facilitation, timekeeping, note taking, like running like a committee, running a meeting.
Do you understand?
Is it clear, or do you need to be explained more?
Actually, I'm not sure about the question.
You stop. Close your eyes.
Okay.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
The question is, do you take on a master really time session positions? This mean like, let's say for example now we got there is the main session. Can you able to take any position like we got facilitation, note taking, yeah,
Timekeeping.
timekeeper? Can you able to do one of those, or all of them? That's the question. Can you able to take any position? Not yet clear.
We still do not understand.
I think I'm not sure about that. The
So
time.
a lot of people have not been involved in committees and boards and meetings and things like that. So it's fine if like you don't have experience with real time, like
No,
sharing like
not that much experience. I don't have, to be
cool, no
honest.
problem. You'll learn. It's super easy and it's kind of fun too. All right, so we're almost done.
Okay. So the next question.
Okay. The next question.
The next question is: Are you masters of Google Documents, taking notes and documentation of information? Do you understand what that means? Like, like, are you
mhm.
experienced in using Google Doc, like
Yeah,
spreadsheet?
yeah,
Do you know how
yes,
to use it very
quite
well?
experience. Yes.
Okay.
Okay, I think the next question already she said, are you master of Google spreadsheet and
Yeah,
calculating
yeah,
finance?
yes,
Calculating
sure.
finances.
I'm good at Google spreadsheets and calculations.
Okay, now that this is the end of our interview. Do you have any
Well,
question?
the one question that you did start answering that we're adding, this is another new question, with your speed, right? Doing quickly, typing fast, solving problems quickly, juggling multiple responsibilities. So you started answering that, but you're kind of skipping to the end. Is there anything you want to add to that?
No, I was saying that I can work quickly, but I'm not sure about typing fast or solving problems. But I can juggle multiple responsibilities. Yes, that's okay.
Okay.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Cool. All right. So any other questions?
No,
Yeah, Lucy.
not for now.
All right.
Aside your own time zone, are you conversant with other time zones, please?
Sorry.
I mean, aside your own time, your country's time zone, hope you can work with other time zones UTC instead of your time.
Yes, I'm flexible of working the time zones. I have
Um,
worked in USA time before.
okay.
Okay. So if there's no more questions from you, we can go into the proposal. And so this is the temporary hire proposal to hire you on the team. And again, it's $5 per hour,
Mhm.
for 25 hours a week, $500 a month. You're having someone else oversee your tokens, and you agree to communicate in real-time sessions. Here you are. So
Mhm.
the last part of this process, whoops, I made a mistake. This is all details. Is that as we discussed in the actual post, we
Mhm.
are not a particularly organized or functional organization. We have a lot of problems. Very little work gets done, right? So we want to make sure you have clarity on and agree to our top policies
Mhm.
um, in relationship to agreement on the deadlines and agreement to completing the work by the deadline. So, I'll just quickly go over it, and then you can. So the bottom line is that currently we're on 50% pay stop.
Mhm.
You should have tracked on your POP. You should have tracked your hours. Oh, you also have a training budget. We need to discuss the training budget as well. So you did not. Oh yeah, you have looks like about an hour.
Count 1, 2, 3, 4.
Sorry.
Open your eyes.
So with this interview, you probably worked 2 hours already, right? At least. So I don't know exactly how many hours, but that would be like a minimum of 2 hours that you'd be getting paid. Okay, so under our policy, if you don't get approved into the budget, then you get paid for all of the hours that you were involved so far, which is like 2 hours, right? You get your full amount on Rakana. But in terms of moving forward and getting approved into the budget, you have to
Mhm.
agree to our policies and our deadlines. So, I mean, we can modify them, whatever you can agree to. But the bottom line is that currently we're on what's called 50% pay stop. And let's also link the leadership. So this is the leadership deadline spreadsheet. So this goes over all of our deadlines and all of the assigned work that is required to be done. So I linked that on line 70. And you can also see on my screen here. So basically, we have a deadline on January 5th, January 8th. So on January 8th, we need to review all of our deadlines and update them, which will be pretty easy. We have our monthly goals on January 11th, super easy. We have a mini recruitment round that's going to be over on January 11th. Also should be really easy. We have some taxes and amendments. This is a little bit more difficult, right? We're going to need to focus on the taxes to get that done.
Mhm.
We have some fictitious business names to do, budget, team agreement. We have to do our budget. It has to be verified. So team agreements by the 18th, and then we have to believe we're supposed to. Anyway, so it's not a lot of deadlines for 100% full pay stop, but all of this work needs to get done by the deadline. Otherwise, nobody gets paid. And you
Okay.
are not required to work during a 100% pay stop. So if you don't want to work, you don't have to. Somebody has to do the work, to get off of the pay stop. But that's basically what we've all agreed to. Is that we all agreed to do the work by the deadline, or we no longer get paid automatically. So what that means is that we still get the value, still get the equity ownership, but then we would need to agreement on paying ourselves to not get the work done, right? So the primary difference between what we call back pay benefits.
Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around
All right,
for
quick
30
stretch.
seconds.
Okay. Fair enough.
All right, good to stretch a little bit. So anyways, we call it back pay benefits, but these back pay benefits are not like, they're still valuable. You're at risk, but you still get, paid leave. You get paid leave, you get paid vacation time, you get bonuses, you can get, and you can always propose to turn your back pay benefits into upfront pay, right? But the difference again is that it just takes agreement. We all have to agree to pay ourselves if we're not doing the work. Okay, so that is our policies, and then from here we have various deadlines that are smaller than 100% pay stop. So you can see here we've got like a 60% pay stop for the real-time virtual assistant. Like we're supposed to do 2 attempts at a real-time virtual assistant attempts, right? So 2 real-time virtual assistant attempts every week. So we don't actually have to complete it every single week that goes by. So on January 4th, we have 2 more days to do 2 real-time virtual assistant attempts. And if nobody cares to try to schedule or do any virtual assistant, then we're going to increase pay stop to 50%. Okay. And currently we're at 50% pay stop because all these deadlines are not getting updated, and we still need to update them and get them all working. This did get updated, so we can delete this one. So we are currently at 50% pay stop. Okay, so the bottom line is, you have any questions about the policies related to pay stops, you would need to agree to that, or we need to make an amendment to the policy, for example, an exemption or some sort of temporary change or changing on the deadlines or whatever to meet. But we want to make sure there's agreement on this moving forward.
Okay.
Does that mean, I think you're only like the 3rd worker who has got involved during pay stop. Sandra got involved. Chimendu is kind of up and down, but we had a couple workers who just couldn't really handle it. But we try to make it very clear in our posting, be transparent that we are in a very difficult situation, and we're trying to get. We're not getting the work done by the required deadlines at this time, which is a problem. Yeah. So do you understand, and do you agree with the policy and the deadlines?
Yeah, I understand and I agree. I think it's fair enough.
Count 1.
The policies are
4.
okay.
5. Open your eyes.
So can you explain it to us if you understand? Just wanted to repeat it, summarize.
In short, I can say what I understand that I need to meet the deadlines to get fully paid, or if I failed, there will be some reduction in my payment.
Yes. But the key thing here is that we're already on 50% pay stop, right? So we're hiring you into a situation where we already have missed the deadlines, which is a big problem. And we are responsible, just like all of us as a team. You're actually not responsible to do the work. What you're responsible for is to make sure the work gets done, right? So as a team, we're all responsible to get off half pay stop and get the work done, right? So you don't have to do it yourself. You just need to either find someone who is willing to do it, or assign it to someone else, or do it yourself. Or we need to recruit, right? If we can't do all the work with the team that we have, we need to recruit more workers who are capable of doing the work. So, we've thought about this a lot, about exempting new workers from the policies, but in the end, we're hiring you to do the work. So if you're not responsible for the work, why would you do it, right? So that's kind of like our thought process, that it is really difficult to exempt the new workers because then they don't have to do any work, right? It's like, okay, let's just all be the same, let's all get the work done by the deadlines.
Okay.
And that's that. So does that sort of make sense, that we're currently on a pay stop, which means that if you are getting paid $5 an hour for today's time, instead you'll be getting $2.50 an hour, and the rest of the value, the other $2.50, goes into your back pay benefits. Okay. And then if you were doing, like, you put a training budget here, if you were doing a training budget at $3 an hour, it would be $1.50 an hour. Obviously, we have to meet minimum wage, right, under the law. But we just want to make sure it's very clear what pay stops are and how they work. And it's been very successful in our organization and with our team. And everybody, it's been the main reason why we get any work done at all, because without the pay stops, we just don't do any work. So we want to make sure that you understand. So do you want to repeat it one more time?
Sorry, please repeat the last sentence.
Yeah, can you just repeat one more time that you understand?
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
So you said you understand, right?
So I will be responsible for people's uh, other people's work. I mean, if they fail to meet the deadline, I will also be held responsible. Is it so?
That is exactly the case. So as a team, we are all responsible to getting all the work done. So no, not any one person has the ability to get all the work done. Like we're not hiring you to do all the work. That would be impossible, right? Because there's too much work to do as an individual. So as a team, we are required to get the work done. If you don't want to do any work at all and you just want to work in HR and coordinate hiring people to do work, and you just don't do any work yourself, that's fine, as long as we can get all the work done. If we can find people to do the work, but the idea that you would not be responsible for the work for us wouldn't make any sense, because we all need to make sure the work's getting done, right? We can't just like endlessly be paying people to not get any work done. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, understood.
Yeah. And as a team, we're a cooperative, we all have equal vote, and we all vote and own. We're a worker-owned cooperative. So as a member, you are also an owner. And you'll gain equity value, and your back pay benefits and your tokens all will be your value, your ownership. And so with that, we all can always come to agreement to pay ourselves, even if the work is done, right? So as long as there's agreement with the team to pay ourselves to not do the work, it's perfectly fine to do that. We all want to make sure everybody's getting enough money, and making sure we also do advances. Like if you need money today, we can vote on a proposal to pay you in advance immediately if you need that, right? So that's another benefit that we offer. So it's really just making sure you understand that we're all responsible for getting all of the work done by the deadline. And then also that we are currently on 50% pay stop deadline. In my perspective, we could get off 50% pay stop in like, I don't know, 5-10 hours most. So there's some work that needs to be done. So someone just needs to prioritize it. Like if we go to our focus and topics, the topic that we would prioritize if we want to get off pay stop is, plan to get off 50% half pay stop, right? So once we create the plan, then we just enact the plan, we do the work, we get off half pay stop.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So it's not very difficult to do that. It does take effort. And the current workers we have now, which is Sandra, Lucy, Sandra and Lucy are the main ones working, but there's also a few other people. No one cares about the pay stops. No one is attempting to get the work done at this time. So if we hire you today, my hope would be that you would immediately care about the half pay stops and immediately want to help end the half pay stop, ideally in the next few days, so that we can all get our full pay, because it sucks to be on half pay stop. It's really bad, right? We really do. And again, we control, as a team, we control all the deadlines ourselves, and we can always review the deadlines and make sure we have agreement with the deadlines. And we can always change the deadlines, which is part of why it's so easy to get off 50% pay stop, because we just change the deadlines and postpone them or do whatever we need to do to make sure we have a functional plan. Cool. So anyways, I think that I think we're clear on that. So do you agree to all of that? You think that sounds good?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes,
So let's just quickly address the training budget. So do you want to do a training budget at $3 an hour? It's up to you. You didn't like right now it's $300 a month for, oh wait, this is not good. Okay, so it says you're proposing 20 hours a week for $300 a month. That's what it says here on your top. Is that correct? That's correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're gonna change it. So it's gonna be $300 a month for, let's just double check the hours. So it's 20 hours a week times $5 per hour times 4 is $400 a month. So where do we get $300 a month? Is this just wrong? Normal budget, $5 an hour. So this is incorrect. My calculation is that this is incorrect. You need to update this. So it should be normal budget, $5 an hour, which would be $400 a month for 20 hours. Right?
Okay.
$5 an hour times.
Sorry, I think I miscalculated.
Yeah, so we need to update that. So this is why we go through everybody's POP and make sure everything's in writing, because we want to be very professional with our payroll. We want our payroll to be correct, on time, everything organized properly. So update that. And then the question is on the training budget. If you did a training budget, you would be doing $3 an hour times 20 or whatever number of hours per week times 4 is $240 a month.
Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a
Yes.
break. 6 minutes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so I mean, we don't really care. If you just want to do your normal budget, it's fine. Plus, we're going to be on half pay stops. You're getting $250 an hour to begin with, anyways. So it's up to you if you want to do the training budget. But if you do want the training budget, it does need to be correct. Because right now this is $3 an hour. It needs to say, for example, 20 hours a week for $240 a month, right? So, and if you do your training budget, then the training budget would take precedence, although all of your back pay value will be under your normal budget for your equity value and your ownership. So, but we do need to clarify that now so that we can finalize your proposal.
Yes.
We don't care. If you want to get paid the $5 an hour, that's fine. If you want to do the $3 an hour, that's also fine. And you can always change it. So if you do the training budget, you would need to complete your training or complete the first stage of your training in order to get back to your normal budget. No one particularly prioritizes training. I don't know why we don't do a lot of training, but it's something we could change if you want to focus on training. But the bottom line is that it's up to you. You can always change your every single full moon is the deadline for changing your budget proposals, and then it takes effect 6 weeks later, right? So that would be like 3 weeks. So it'd be like 2 months from now. So any changes you make would take effect 2 months from now. Okay, so you can always change your budget. It just gives us one budget cycle to review it, and it doesn't take effect till like the next budget month. Okay.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, but we do need to have this clarified now. So you either need to update the training budget to be correct, or you need to delete the training budget and just go with the normal budget.
Okay, I will delete the training budget.
Okay, so let's just stick with the $5 an hour, $400 a month, 20 hours a week. We have like the pay stops. So if you can get the pay stops ended, you deserve to get $5 an hour, right?
Okay.
So if you can delete that, that would be just the training budget.
Okay. I'm deleting it.
Yeah, in Dhaka, Bangladesh, the minimum wage is not $5 per hour. If someone wants to check on that, I think it's 83 cents or something per hour. Otherwise, everything looks good then. Perfect. Okay, so Tanzania proposal is going to be $400 per month for 20 hours per week. Dhaka, Bangladesh position, good. And this is going to be $400. Someone else oversee, agree to do all the communications, estimate completion. So this is not really applicable anymore. And we have agreement on the pay stops. Then also just to mention, we have agreement to work on the assigned responsibilities. This is 1.5 hours per week per responsibility, right? So in terms of our 1.5 hours per week per responsibility, you're not getting paid to just work on something you're not assigned to do, right? So we want to make sure that you are focused on your assigned work and your assigned responsibilities. And that's how we do that, is that basically everybody should spend an hour and a half on each responsibility per week. And that's what we call our base pay. Anything above that would be part of our bonuses. And we also do nighttime work. So if you're getting $5 an hour for all your nighttime work, in the middle of the night, you're going to be tracking overtime, and you're actually going to be getting paid $10 an hour. Okay, you understand?
Okay. Okay.
So like right now, for example, is double time. We'll go over that. So any other question in relationship to the proposal?
No, not for now.
Okay. Any other questions, Sandra, Lucy?
I have no question for now.
Okay, so no questions, concerns. Obviously, our budget is tight. I don't know what else to say about the budget. You know, we don't have a lot of wiggle room. But we're excited about hiring someone, especially, you know, potentially a good worker. So let's vote. Everyone gets to vote. Any other concerns? All right, so we're going to go ahead and vote. I'm going to vote 7.5. And so we vote between 0 and 9. Sandra, did you want to say your vote?
I'll vote 7.
Lucy votes 7. Sandra votes 8. So Tanzin, you get a vote as well. What would you like to vote? It's between 1 and 9.
Is this on my proposal?
Correct. The proposal is to hire you as a temporary worker. For 4 hours.
Okay. Okay. I will vote for myself.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a 7.
7. Okay. Yeah, and you're not required to vote, but you know, you can always vote on everything. So this passes. And we also do have conflict of interest policies. Like if you're voting on your own pay, we can remove your vote. But you can always have an advisory vote. So that passes. Does someone want to copy that into our decisions channel?
Okay.
Andrew, Lucy?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so now would be the time if you need an advance, if you need money immediately. We also are going to be scheduling your orientation. So we need to schedule orientation. We also need to create main sheet for Tasman. Someone can do that. I always try to put all these tasks in yellow. And then we're also going to be giving you your work hours tracking tab, which we have been getting a little more organized on. So I can show you really fast how this works. So we're going to duplicate this. There we go. And this is going to be Tanzin tracking template. But it's not template. It's now your actual thing. So put you right here. So we hired you on January 2nd. So we're going to go ahead and make all of this 100% pay stop because you were not hired until January 2nd, which is here. So then you go on 50% pay stop. Okay. So, and then next week, ideally, we'll be around 50% pay stop. So basically, any hours you track from beforehand, so if you worked yesterday, the day before, you should add those hours in, and you will get equity value for them. So you want to add your previous hours. You're not going to get upfront pay for those hours, but you do get the time for today. So today, what we did was your interview. It's really interesting. I feel like pop updates, getting organized, scheduling time, communications, tracking hours. I feel like we don't actually have an interview spot. So getting interviewed, add. So add getting interviewed. So basically the way that our work hours tracking functions is that everything that we have as assigned work is, or everything as a work priority. It's not assigned until actually, we'll explain that later, but everything that's a work priority is listed. And there are exactly currently 173 work priorities for the team. Right? Not all of these need to get done, but it's good to know all of the work. So I'm just going to put this under pop update team relations, line 22. So basically we did our interview for an hour. So we go to today, which is the full moon, Tuesday, Wednesday, January 2nd, January 3rd. And we'll put here under general pop updates, we did 1 hour, okay? But this 1 hour that you just spent, it was in the middle of the night, so you get overtime for that, so you double X overtime. So you put 1 hour up here. In calculations, because we're on 50% pay stop, you're only getting half of the overtime value. Okay, but that will equivalent out to your normal $5. Okay, so from there, the rest of us worked on recruitment. So we did interviews and rankings line 60. So we were all interviewing you, but you weren't doing an interview. You were actually getting interviewed. So we're going to add that to line 22 possibly. We'll have to see. All right. Excelente. So I think that's it. Any other last questions? And then let me link this for you. So this is what's called your tracking hours spreadsheet. So for now, this is a Tanzan tracking hours tab. And anytime you have a question on exactly where to track your hours, just let us know. You're like, oh yeah, I worked on the budget. Where should I put it? Well, oh, you're working the budget? Yeah, you're working on the income and unhoused loan budget items. That's line 42. I can tell you what line it is exactly, so it's really easy to track your hours. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Cool. And then this goes into our payroll system, and it just adds up all the hours automatically. And then from there, we'll be doing all of our tokens and equity and ownership and everything. So it's there's no way we could do this on the Workana. Plus, most people are not on Workana. We have people on all different platforms and payment systems. So this is what works for. And you can see how other workers that we've been on a lot of half pay stops and upfront pay stops, and right now we're at 50% pay stop, which is good for us, but we need to get off the 50% pay stop as soon as possible. So unless there's any other questions, I think we are ready to take a quick break for 5 minutes, and then we can come back and maybe finish up with the multimedia and then wrap up. And well, actually I might need to go. Hey Mom, how long till they get here?
What's that?
How much longer do we have? An hour, right?
No, about 25 minutes.
20 minutes. Okay, I probably need to get going, so let's not take a break. Let's just wrap up, see if there's any other questions or concerns, anything else that we need to address. So no other questions for you, Tazin?
No, not for now.
Cool. And hopefully you can schedule. I won't be able to come to Cobalt today because I have to do some errands and just busy doing stuff. So this is our link. This is the link to the team schedule in line 99. When you get into the team schedule, this has everything you need to know about when all of the schedule time works. Okay, so we use UTC time. We also use Asia time, things like that. I won't get too into our time schedules, but the bottom line here is Andromeda is the section we are finishing up with now. Tomorrow we should have a main session. I believe tomorrow is either contentious or eval. If someone could double check on that. Lucy, can you check on that?
Okay.
And then make an announcement. Remind everybody for the main session tomorrow.
Yeah.
You're not required to attend any session except for once per month. We have our goals main session that in alignment with the new moon. That is a required main session, and that is during Andromeda hour 2. But that's only once per month. And we'll give you warning about that. So if you look at here, we call it Andromeda hour 2.
Tomorrow we have contentious session.
Tomorrow contentious? Okay. So if you can send out a reminder, it'd be great. So we take the 24 hours of the whole world time, and we break it up into 8 octants of 3 hours each. So Andromeda hour 2 is just the one of those octants, and it starts at 8 p.m. UTC. It goes to 11 p.m. And then we start the second hour. Okay. So then you go forward 3 hours, and then we have Cobalt, and this is the one that can't make it, but typically we work every day Cobalt. And then there's Sonic as well. So and then there's these are the old world sessions, but we don't really do any old world sessions right now. People are supposed to. Okay, so that starts, and then you just add your name to where you want to schedule. Let's say you want to do Cobalt, you would put your name in schedule here, and then you would add your name. So right now, myself, Joyce, Sandra, scheduled for Tuesday, Wednesdays, Cobalt, which is today. Make it today. Okay. And then so you just add your name wherever you want to schedule. Does that make sense, Tanzan?
Okay, yeah.
Yeah. And when we schedule your orientation, we can go through all of this again and make sure we answer any questions and understand the rest of the training which we will need to do. Cool. All right. Any other last questions before I go?
I'm still confused about the time zone, like this. Which time zone should I choose? I mean, which schedule should I choose? I'm not clear about that.
Yeah, we went over the name. So this session we're in right now is called Andromeda, and it would have started an hour before. Okay, so if you want to work at that time, you can. You will want to come once a month at that time for our main session for our monthly goals session. But the session you talked about with Cobalt, which would be amazing if you could attend that, and that would typically start 50 minutes from now, right, Lucy? It would typically start 50 minutes from now for Cobalt?
Yes.
Okay, so typically, if you schedule for Cobalt, it would start every day 50 minutes from now. And we basically work every single day, like except for maybe like Sunday, Monday. But we basically work 6 days a week, every day. And so it's up to you if you want to join and get involved, or if you want to take some days off, whatever you want to do. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, but you are required to add your name to the scheduled sessions. Based on our policies, if you're committing to 20 hours a week, that would line up with 4 to 5 sessions per week. So our expectation is that you would sign up to more regular scheduled sessions per week. So if you did the 3 Cobalt, that would be enough. Okay.
Okay. Can I change it anytime, or it will be permanent?
Yes, you can change anytime. You can always cancel. You control your own schedule. If you're tired one day or feeling sick, you just let us know. As long as you cancel in advance, you're following policy. If you don't cancel in advance, then you would be doing policy tracking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And policy tracking is part of our model for training. So every time you do policy tracking, it helps because you then learn the policies in real time. Because we find that if you wait to train someone on policies later and they keep breaking the policy, that they actually never learn it. So if you just, the moment that someone breaks the policy, you immediately do policy tracking, immediately train them on what they did wrong and how to follow the policy, then everybody learns it very quickly. Okay.
Okay.
Cool.
Mhm.
All right. So unless there's any other questions, let's just wrap up real quick.
Okay, let's wrap up.
Mhm.
Setup/wrap up/ view up. So this would be line 36. And let's do Jay, Lucy, Sandra, and Tanzan. Okay, so this one I believe we put in 0.75 about, because we spent a lot of time at the beginning getting ready. I guess you can do 0.25 on that. So then from here we've got multimedia. So multimedia is line 77. And I don't know, we spent like a half an hour on that. And then we did the recruitment interview, and that is line 60. And then for now, we're saying, getting interviewed would be working on like the POP. So we did your POP and team relations, this line 20. So getting interviewed POP relations is line 22. So we're 0, 0, 0, and that would be like an hour. So I think we spent like an hour on the interview. Let's see. So I have so we spent 2 hours and 15 minutes. Perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
So I think this is the time tracking. So, and then we also do our hyper evaluations. Everyone should remember to do your hyper evaluations. We also do a hyper check-in. So you missed the hyper check-in, Tanzan, but we'll remind you for that. So as part of our wrap up, we do our hyper evals. This is for our sessions. We do full check-ins. So this would be 5. I guess one other thing I could mention for you, Tanzan, is that when you're communicating with the team, the best place to communicate with me is in the Ativity team. And I'll send a message so you know where that is. And I think we are done. So I got to get going. Any other last question for me?
Oh, yeah, Jay, when you work on payroll, I realize like all my assigned hours as a value. Payroll, they're all under value. Payroll, budget.
What are you talking about? Are you talking about with the calculations?
Yeah.
Yeah, but your calculations haven't been updated yet. Right? It says right here, calculations tab has still not been updated.
Yeah, you see the line blue, is it green one? Those responsibilities that needs to be added. I work on payroll, monthly payroll.
I know. We'll update it. So far, I've only updated Sandra Chinwendu and Sandra. Yeah, just Chinwendu and Sandra are updated. No one else. Okay.
Okay. I just request my assigned work because all my assigned work. That's why I realized last time that most of the hours are undervalued because all the payroll and budget are in one place. I should have budget alone, payroll alone. It's assigned as a value.
Okay, well, let me check real quick. So yeah, you have value. So we could split up monthly budget and payroll to give you an extra hour and a half for both of those,
Yeah, and also I do other thing that I'm doing, like monthly responses like this one for to like scheduling, and also for updating deadlines. Cannot all update there. I have a lot.
Okay, so anyways, we'll get this all worked out later, but we can have your payroll work and your work be separate. We'll give you extra hour and a half a month, okay? Hour and a half a week.
Also deadline update is not there.
Okay, but we'll add that later. We'll go through it later. I don't have time right now.
Okay. Thank you, Jay.
And then for you, for Tanzan, this will go over. So this is Tanzan calc. So it's not updated yet, but these will be your actual assigned responsibilities. You're assigned to do 1.5 hours per week on communications and sessions. Some of what we did now. General responsibilities like communications, training. You're supposed to do 1.5 hours a week. Then you can work on the monthly budget and the payroll 1.5 hours a week. Your recruitment 1.5 hours a week, and then we do our general launch 1.5 hours a week. Then your taxes, and then also executive support and the VA work with me. So those are your current assigned, what we call your work priority assignments, and you're supposed to work on every week for an hour and a half. So currently there's only 12 hours, right? So we need to add additional responsibilities. You need to let us know what you want to work on. There's obviously hundreds of priorities that you can get involved in, but basically you can see them here. You have budget, you have payroll, recruitment, staffing, documentations, showcases our launch, trainer, admin, coordination, and then we have all like the operations and taxes, bills, sponsorship program. POS is all of our finances and equity reporting, the executive, which you already have, and then you have the business coordination. So those are the different categories of work that you can choose to get involved in. And then if you look at some of the more experienced workers, for example, like Lucy is assigned 24 hours a week. And if you look at Tay, she is assigned 35 hours a week of assigned responsibilities, right? So the more, the better as far as getting more work. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but over time, you'll add more and more assigned responsibilities or assigned work priorities. But we just want to make sure you know what to do. All right. Any other last questions before I go?
No.
Awesome. All right.
Okay, I will coordinate to you on a Discord. I want to schedule for RTVA trying tomorrow. I do maybe policy tracking for that.
Yes, let's do RTVA coordination. Let's prioritize that and work on it and make it happen. So maybe even Hydra tomorrow.
Yeah.
And again, I can't do Cobalt. I might be able to do Sonic, but I can't do Cobalt. Okay.
Okay, I can continue maybe to do the payroll later during the Cobalt or at my own time if you finish the setup for yesterday. If not, I can do that. Can continue on that.
Sounds good. So I'll communicate with you on Discord. I'll talk to you soon.
Okay, thank you, Jay. Thank you, Tanisha. Welcome to FQN. Feel free to say anything. Contact us. It's a place of learning. It's not easy. Everything is you have to learn. Every session we are empowered to our own policies that guide us. So everything is here. You have to be wise when voting, and you just go, you learn. Even Sandra can tell you she's also still learning. All of us, even me, learning. Both of us are learning. Feel at home.
Yes,
Feel free.
it's true.
Okay.
And
Thank
most
you.
important thing, please, no private chatting. Everything policies are very strict. We are transparent. If you want to ask me any question, just use any right platform. whereby activity
Okay.
is a most place where you can ask any question. If you want to schedule, you can just let me know. We can schedule.
Okay, sure.
Okay. Thank you. How can
Thank
we
you.
turn off the live stream? I think we are done. I think Jay is
Yes,
asking you
yes.
to turn, please turn off the live stream when you are done.
You
Do you know
mean
how to do that?
no? Here
How?
is going to go to YouTube. Is the own account on it on? I think
It
it's
say
there.
like that.
It stop the live stream.
Oh, where is that?
Check options.
Which
Is there?
option?
Have you seen it? Can I do that?
Okay, where is it? It's on. Because
Option. Stop the live stream. Have you seen it?
no. Yeah, share your screen.